There, beside his feet, was a final package from one courier to another. A footlocker bearing a gift and a message. But that message, it is something for couriers to carry, and for them alone. The lights flickered across the divide, reminders that the old world histories persist and find meaning in the present. It said, war never changes. Men do, through the roads they walk. And this road has reached its end.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Madhouse podcast. I am your host, Connor Graham, joined by co-host Ryan Byrne.
What's up?
And our guest this week, Brendan Christie.
Hi.
Ryan, tell the good people where they can find us.
You can find us at madhouse.podcast on Instagram here. You can find us on Spotify at Madhouse Podcasts here. And you can find us on Google Play at Madhouse Podcasts here.
Beautiful, beautiful edited work, I'm sure. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, ethereal beings of no nondescript gender. This week, Steam sale. Steam sale dropped.
My wallet.
Papa Newell grappling for more money. He doesn't have enough.
So
what'd you boys pick up?
I picked up way too much.
Again?
Again, because it's a yearly thing. It's just, Gabe Newell smells that people are off on the summer making money. They're like, time for a sale.
He's ready to take you for a ride.
He is. He's just like, strap yourself in and buckle down, fuckaroo. Let's go. And then he's like 90% off, 70% off, 80% off. And it's just like, oh.
I always love
My wallet! My wallet can't handle it!
the power of the fucking sales.
I love the Lord of the Rings meme where they're trying to hold off on like save fucking Helm's Deep, and the Uruk-hai are all Steam sales. No, the Uruk-hai are all the Steam sales at Helm's Deep.
Oh,
they're trying to hold the wall. That's the thing that keeps me going at night.
I love the "Are you ready for a miracle?" Just all the sales raining down, and it's him, just like,
fully Jesused out, ready to take your money.
Just
great.
He's ready.
How can we forget the? Oh, go ahead.
Oh nah, it's been a big sale. First day, spent $100 there. Just like I've been waiting to pick this up. I've been waiting for that. Almost bought Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Probably going to.
I talked you out of it.
You tried. But Dragon Ball Xenoverse too. I'll go through that hell again. You should come with me.
I see. Listen, I'll be a masochist for certain things in the video game world, but I don't know about Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Look, dude. You can do special beam cannon and just cheese shit. Like, it's fine. It's really fun.
So I know I talked you out of Xenoverse 2, and I know one of the things you picked up, but what else did you pick up during that sale?
I picked up Smite's special edition. They're 2020, and felt a little bit cheated on that. Just didn't understand exactly what I was getting, I'll say.
Instructions not clear.
Yeah. I picked up the hot new skateboarding game Session. I want to say I also picked up the PopCap collection. So it had Bejeweled, it had Zuma, it had Peggle. It got everything you want to play when you're just killing time. So, like, I've been playing a whole bunch of Peggled. I'm, like, a little bit past halfway in the story. And, I'm going to become a Pachinko god. I tell you, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to have the Yakuza wrapped around my finger. That's how good at Pachinko I'll be.
Konami's going to make you its CEO. You're that good at Pachinko.
Exactly.
Oh, Pachinko, you have company now.
So Brendan, what about you? What'd you pick up?
Well, I thankfully waited a little bit to pick up Persona 4 Golden, so I picked that up. Have yet to
Beautiful.
install it because I have bought maybe 4 other RPGs while I was there. Greedfall for one is one that I've been playing recently. I also picked up Monster Prom because it was $10, and I want to try and get everything on my own.
Such
we
a
aren't-
good game.
Yeah,
Such a
when we
good game.
aren't all trying to fight for the same girl or boy because they're all adorable and hot. Then EA dropped like everything that they had.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Last week. So what I picked up from that was Dragon Age Inquisition was on sale. And all the DLC for that, as well as Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Because, parkour.
Parkour.
The way of life.
Oh yeah.
See, the funny thing is, I haven't actually picked anything up from the Steam sale. I have not
Oh.
spent a single dollar on Steam so far.
Yet.
So
Yet.
I got a question to see if you guys feel the same. I feel like Steam sales used to be a lot bigger of an affair a few years
Oh, yeah.
ago.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
like, I don't know if, like, you guys were playing on, like, Steam and stuff at the time, but they used to do, like, every, I think it was, like, 3 or 4 hours, they would have a new game pop up in, like, a flash sale type of thing. And eventually they got rid of that, and I just feel like it's not as, like, big of a surprise what's going to be on sale anymore like it used to be, where, like, every day it was changing.
Mm.
Now it's more of just like, here's the thing for the week.
It's just
And
like...
instead of keeping you on your toes and like releasing new sales every day, they just opened up like the bag and let it all fall on the table, and they're like, take your pick.
Yeah.
It's not as engaging anymore.
I don't know, I've thought about that a few times with, like, each of the sales they've done in the past years, and maybe it's just, like, if I'm wanting to pick up a game, I guess I'm more inclined to just be like, alright, I'll pick it up now, and just right away get it, as opposed to waiting for a sale, I guess. But I don't know, it just doesn't have as big of a, like, affair to it, it feels like.
I mean, I remember a couple of years ago back in high school and whatever, all of us would sit down and we'd start messaging our group chats and be like, yo, this is what's coming on sale in the next couple hours. This is what's on sale right now. This is what's coming out tomorrow. Like, is anyone picking this up? Are we picking this up? Kind of thing. And now it's just like, oh, hey, what you get? I got this one. What did you get? I got that one.
Yeah.
There's no spirit to it anymore.
Nah, it's just like, oh yeah, yo, what do you get? That's cool. I got these ones. And just always seeing... I don't know, maybe it's just like people are playing a lot more single player?
Maybe it's us who's outgrown the luster of it. Maybe there still is that luster, and we're so jaded to it now after all these
I
experienced
aged out
gamer
of the
years.
Steam sale.
You
I'm
have to pay full
I'm-
price for games
I'm
now.
too boomer for Steam sale.
Oh no.
Only game on Steam sale Doom for you boomers.
Only game you buy, Quake Arena 3.
That actually
Quake Pro
reminds me.
Tournament.
I can't believe I forgot it. One of the big things I picked up during this sale was all of New Blood's games.
New Blood,
Yeah.
beautiful company. Love New
Yeah.
Blood. New Blood, sponsor us. We love you.
I would love it.
If New Blood sponsored us, which I doubt they would, they're an indie game company. They don't need, much of the sponsors wise or whatever. But their games are fun. We got some solid games. We talked about it, I think, last week and the week before. But beautiful, beautiful games. If you guys haven't seen anything from New Blood, check them out because they make some good quality shit.
Yeah.
And speaking of quality
If you
shit,
sponsor.
Kongregate, boys.
Dude, that...
Kongregate.
I'm sad. That's like
It's
the end of a legacy.
it's the end of an era.
But
I mean, what else are kids supposed to do when they finish all their work in computer class?
I guess they just play on their phone now, right?
It's just Pokemon Go and
I-
sadness.
Yes, Congregate.
Dude,
Fun games.
there was something about everyone finishing their work in computer class and booting up Run 2, seeing who could get the highest score, and just like, I don't know.
Oh god, bro, what was the name of it? Jack Smith? You remember Jack Smith?
Oh, I think I might have played it once or twice. I feel like there's so many of them that I just like. You had to go to the right sites.
You had to know what on Congregate was good, and it was always at lunch or whatever. You'd pass around and you'd be like, "Yo, boys, these are the hot games on Congregate. These are the ones you should check
Yeah.
out when you finish your typing report and shit like that." And I remember way back, elementary school or whatever, the computer teacher would try to have you do like the proper keyboard positioning where it's like
Home
four fingers, space bar or space bar or whatever.
Spore.
But space bar. But I remember she'd have you try to do like the proper like as diff whatever positioning, and I just didn't give a shit. She would sit there and I'd type like so slow, and she'd leave, and I just literally I'd take my hands off and I'd finish the writing assignment or typing assignment in like 5 seconds, and I just go to Congregate. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't. Who needs proper keyboard like positioning? Like, I'm a gamer. I have WASD, and that's it.
See, I remember actually like getting good with like home row and everything because, well, I didn't go on Congregate. That wasn't my scene. I was that kid like, oh, I'm done with work. More time to read my book. I was that kid.
More time to be smart.
Yeah, I had a dictionary, fiction book, and then an autobiography in my book in my backpack at all times.
Haha, book go brr.
Pages go.
The best was
Pages go brr.
the like there was a circle of kids in my high school, and we figured out how to upload Halo like CE for PC to the school server. So everyone just downloaded that and was playing LAN matches there.
In the middle of computer class, you're playing capture the flag,
Yep.
slamming down some griff ball.
Dude, sometimes just like, yo, there's a pep rally going on. Yo, let's skip that. Let's go play some Halo in the library. And just all of us lined up playing.
The boys hyping you up, and you switch every time you die. That's the type of stuff that you need. That's the genuine high school experiences when you hack the school servers to upload your games.
Dude.
But no, we didn't have that. We had a kid who got arrested for jerking off in the library.
Yo, nice. Which
Yeah.
book was it to?
It was to a girl who was sitting across from him.
Okay, roll it back.
Yeah. And the only
That's
time we skipped out on a pep rally was when you and me went to Quick Check afterwards and then played Weeb Sports at your house.
Weeb Sports.
Weeb Sports, you know? Yeah, just. Ohio
Com-
gozaimasu.
Competitive toast running.
I remember
Oh no, I'm late.
me and my friend, we were trying to skip out of a pep rally, so we just, like, snuck out the library and stuff. And, security guard did not like that. We got out the door and booked it to his car, and went and got pizza then, and met up with people and saw a movie, and we were just like, yo, we had to. I think it was Avengers coming out, actually.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I don't blame you in the slightest then.
It was that or Star Wars, and, like, that was just the best.
So speaking of playing hooky from school and shit, what's the best playing hooky you guys have ever gotten away with, if you have ever gotten away with it?
Ah,
Oh.
okay. So you know those like 3 days that I was missing from like class freshman year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just at home doing bullshit. I faked being sick because, well, you know, everyone's done it at least once.
Oh yeah.
And I would just stayed home My parents were both out. I'm like, haha, yes. And I got away with that. I didn't do anything interesting though because, well, I'm a little boring. Let's be real here. I just sat home and watched anime because I'm a weeb.
I mean, hey, man, we all got our things we're stuck doing, things this we like, so we stick with.
Yeah,
What about you, Ryan?
that's
Just like playing hooky in general.
Any kind of like skipping or playing hooky. Like, what's the best feeling thing you got away with?
Alright, so I got two. The first, I think, which is really funny because it's gaming, I skipped out for 2 days because the new WoW expansion had dropped, and god damn it, I was making it to max level within the first 48 hours.
Mom, I can't go to school. I'm raging.
Pretty much. Like, it was me just like, alright, I'm gonna do this. And then I got my friend in on it at the same time, like, right before it came out. So we got him to the, like, level cap. It released, and we both took off, and we just leveled with each other the entire time. And
That's the way to do it.
I really enjoyed that. The best, though, I think, was I did a lot of stuff with the mass media program, so, like, they had us recording videos for, like, elementary school and stuff, because it's all part of the school district. So, middle of the day, it would be like, alright, we gotta go. We're gonna go stand and record this, like, recital for an hour, and then go grab food on the way back. Doing that, the principal gave me a note that she signed, so I used that for a lot of my senior year to get out of classes, because no one's going to be like, I don't believe that's the principal.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was real fun. I enjoyed it.
I mean, that's basically a free pass to get out of class whenever. Mine is way back in middle school, and if my parents ever watch this, I'm probably gonna die. But I think it was the night of like some kind of dance or whatever in middle school. And you know how like middle school dances nobody really gives a shit about. It's just like hanging out and eating Cheetos in the gym for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it took you a second to agree with that. I saw the processing. But me and my one friend at the time both lived on the way home to school. Like we could walk to school and like we could split up and he would go one way, I would go the other. And one day randomly at lunch, he was just like, "Hey Connor, you want to just like skip and like go home early and then like say we're doing it for the dance?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah, that would be cool if we could do that. Like I doubt we could though." He's like, "Okay, but we have to go to your house because my parents are home." And I was like, I thought he was joking. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. And the end of lunch rolls around and he grabs me by the arm and he's like, yo, so I forged this note as my parent saying that it's excusing both of us to go home and get ready for the dance early. And saying that we could walk home because we're in walking distance. He's like, I just need you to sign it as your parent.
That's
And
amazing.
I was like, what? Take in mind, I'm like 12 years old at the time. So I was like, what? That's illegal. We're gonna die. And he's like, just write your name. It's fine. So I thought we were about to like, expelled or whatever. Cause I was a goody two shoes kid. I'd never done anything really wrong or whatever. And I signed the note and he goes up to one of the teachers. And this is like the class or school ends at like 2 o'clock. It's like 12 o'clock. And he's like, hey, me and Connor have this note saying that we could go home to get ready for the dance early. Is that okay? And the person was like, yeah, that's fine. Let's just go show it to the front desk. And so we took it and showed it to the front desk. And we were like, yeah, that's okay. Go ahead. Have fun at the dance tonight. And we left and we walked all the way to my house. And I didn't have my house key on me at the time. So I had to basically break into my own house by climbing through a window. which I think it's that window right there. I had to climb
Oh,
through.
perfect.
And I opened the door, and my friend and me are sitting there, and we're just sitting there watching Robot Chicken for like 3-4 hours. And at one point, I don't know how it happened, but he started chasing me with a knife. But like, just as a joke, just what middle school kids do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all go through that bloodthirsty phase. So,
It happens.
but that was the only time I think I've ever gotten away with, cutting class or cutting school early, which was pretty cool.
That's
and,
amazing.
I honest to God, I don't know if he was just that good at forging notes, or the teachers just did not give a single solitary shit. But
You know,
both.
it was like one of those days where if you were in class, it was just going to be like you guys
You're
sitting
sitting there
around doing
watching
nothing.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bro, just let me go home.
Dude, what was the movie they used to play anytime they bust out that TV set?
Forrest Gump.
Dude, Forrest Gump was a big one.
My class tricked our English teacher into basically playing Forrest Gump for a whole week because she wanted to play the movie for us. And Forrest Gump's like what, 3 hours or some shit, and
Yeah.
the class is only 1.5 hours. So we'd watch an hour and a half of it, and then because she was showing it to every class, they when we got into class, they'd be like, "Oh, so where are you guys in the movie?" And my class would all collectively be like, "Oh, we're only 30 minutes in." And we pulled that off for a solid week. So we watched the same fucking scenes from Forrest Gump for like a whole week.
That's awesome.
Jenny.
Jenny, I'm not a
Elementary.
smart man, Jenny,
I
but
bought you
I
ice
know
cream.
what love is.
Lieutenant Dan, I got you ice cream.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. Beautiful.
Elementary school, it was always Goofy movie.
Goofy.
So it was just
Another
like
solid choice.
See,
you were playing Goofy movie in one room, or you could go play with the toys in the other room. That was how they ran it.
Your daddy doesn't have sex, Maxie. Your daddy fucks.
See, my school's like my middle school's movie of choice was for some reason Osmosis Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, that
But I
movie's
never
so
watched it. I just
good.
fell asleep.
That movie's so good.
I've never seen it.
Bro, people forget they had a TV show for that movie.
But wait, what?
They had a TV show for a while.
Is it similar to like Lilo and Stitch? How I like just found out they had a TV series with that?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh god. But and then my middle school movie of choice, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was kind of a toss-up between. I'm gonna have to say either like Forrest Gump or some other movie. I think it might have been like The Mighty Ducks or some crap like that.
Dude,
Awesome.
Mighty Ducks. I feel like I remember them playing it once, and I just do not remember it at all.
I've never seen the Mighty Ducks.
See, I kind of like have like lucid fever dreams about Mighty Ducks because they were like, no.
I live like Mighty Ducks.
No,
Every
because
time
there
I
was,
get
like,
sick and die.
You wake up in a cold sweat, and you just hear in the background just Mighty Ducks.
No,
It's just-
because at one point, hold on, I don't know if I'm just like hallucinating this or not, or if it was like an actual thing, but there was like either one movie or one part of a movie that was like entirely animated with like anthropomorphic buff ass ducks in a space war and then transitioned into kids in hockey. Or if they were just like completely different movies, but I have vivid memories of both of those being VHSs in my grandfather's TV room. And I would just pop those in whenever I went to Kentucky because I'm in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere out in the bluegrass state. Just being like, okay, the nearest convenience store is 30 miles from here, and I've got 60 miles of like farmland behind me. I'm gonna sit my ass right down here and watch
Brendan.
these weird ass movies.
So if you're saying if I sit you down and there's two TVs in front of you, one's playing Mighty Ducks and one's playing DuckTales, you can't tell a difference?
Okay, no, I know DuckTales. I'm like talking about like there's one movie with that's just like the live action Mighty Ducks of where they're like kids in Colorado or some shit. And then I have this very vivid memory of just like there's this animated movie, same thing called
I can't
Mighty
even tell
Ducks,
you.
and it's like, and there's this hockey mask that fits over a duck bill that just gives them
Dude,
powers and
I
makes them
can't-
more buff.
I can't tell you if this is right or wrong either.
I can't
Neither of
even.
us can.
I
So,
have
we have
very
no.
distinct memories with this, and I'm just that sometimes
I
it'll just
need
be like,
someone to
I'm
fact
very-
check this.
oh, I'm gonna show you later because like I
We're-
just, dude,
We
I
are gonna
very
have a
vividly-
Madhouse watches the Mighty Ducks.
I need to
And
find the animated movie.
Sit down
because holy
and
shit.
get to the bottom of if this was a fever dream for Brendan or not.
We need to
because I
relive Brendan's
very
childhood.
vividly remember one duck's holding on to the train. He's trying to help his friend out, and he's just like, and then the other one, it's similar to like
Yeah.
Bucky in Civil War
Alright.
or in Captain America. He's just like, oh shit, and then just falls, and it's just like, well, oh damn, that duck's dead, and then it's just, I don't know.
So
I just
Dude.
very vividly remember just, and for some reason, since they have the both the same title, it's just, oh, crossover, and I know that's not it, but my brain's just like, fever dream, bitch.
holy shit. So like you guys ever have like any dreams that you like they were super realistic to the point where like you can't tell if it was real or not?
Oh god,
Yes.
yeah.
All the time. I have one recurring nightmare that's exactly as you describe.
Bro, I don't know how or why or like what the cause of it was, but I remember for like the longest fucking time, I think it was like a 2-year period, I would randomly and sporadically have the same dream and it would pick up right where it left off. And it was not a good dream. Like it was like a vision quest, but in like a fucked up alternate timeline
Did
where
you have
there
to find
was
a duck mask?
no, Brendan, I didn't relive the same fucking fever dream you did with Mighty Ducks.
That's the nightmare.
Ducks.
But God, I can't. It was like, have you guys ever seen the movie Cell?
I don't think
It's like cell phone signal or whatever creates these like bloodthirsty zombie people who can like infect
Yes.
other people
okay.
with the thing by like screaming at them or something.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But I remember I had never seen that movie or anything until recently, so I don't know how I had the idea for this, but this dream was like I woke up in my room, same as normal, and the world was basically like overrun with these like zombie like psychopath people things who could like impersonate people very, very well.
I don't like it.
And so like it was me trying to live through this world where like I didn't know who was a person and who was like a psychopath kind of thing, and it was like this whole saga long dream thing. Like it was like I'm telling you, over the span of 2 years, it was like once a month or like twice a month, just randomly I would have this dream and it would pick up where it left off. So if I wake up and start here and then I make it to say like fucking Canada, I'd pick up the next time I dreamt about it in Canada right where I left off. So like if I woke up in a cold sweat, which I did many times, like screaming, in like because I'm getting murdered or something in the thing, I would go back to sleep and it would kick off right in the middle of that. Just like, oh, you're being tackled by 2 dudes who are trying to kill you, wake up screaming, whatever. 2 years later, right back into that. In that exact
Yo,
moment.
you forgot about this? Here it is again.
It's like a Google bookmark but for my nightmare.
You get notifications on your
It's
nightmares.
like Snapchat memories. Oh, hey, you remember this from 2 years ago?
1 year ago, this happened. It's just, "Ah!" But
Oh.
I just remember that for that entire 2-year period, every time I had a dream like that, I would wake up and be genuinely afraid that that was what life was like, and I would like genuinely be like afraid to open my door or afraid to make too loud of a sound when I woke up. And it took me like 30 minutes sometimes to just convince myself that shit's not real. And that is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me and the most weird fever dream I've ever had.
I had a fever dream this past week where I was in Walmart.
That's already a fever
Just-
dream, and you know it.
The weirdest thing was like, wake up, I'm sweating and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? And the the entire dream was just me in Walmart. Nothing weird about it, just me like,
Just
again,
shopping.
like, just shopping regularly. I was just like, dude, this quarantine's getting to me. I'm dreaming about Walmart now. That's how I know I'm fucked up.
I haven't left the house in 4 months. I'm dreaming about Walmart.
Walmart. Bring me to Wally World, please.
Walmart.
Walmart. Oh,
What about
man.
you, Brendan? You get them Mighty
Dreaming
Ducks.
about the
Yeah,
RC
that's,
Cola.
like, the other one's just a nightmare that just comes in 3 stages. It's just like the same. It's no. It's like
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
nightmare. No.
Do we
but
want
that's
this
essentially how
to
it
just
goes.
be our nightmares? I don't know.
Like, that's how it goes. It goes nightmare, 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 and it's just like,
It's
why?
Michael Reeves just over your bed screaming at you.
No, I've had this since I was like 7. It's the same recurring.
Your body
nightmare,
knew about Michael Reeves.
I guess, because it's just like it's a scene of like 2 kids just in their living room just playing. It's a real nice, real lovely. The sun's shining. It's great. The second scene, same setup, same couch, same kids. They're just a little sadder, and the house looks a little run down. It's a little cloudy outside, and one of them looks like it's been crying. The third one goes to fucking hell. Like, it just goes off the walls. The kids are playing around in their dad's rib cage. One has burned cigarettes on its arms, and one's missing an eye. It's just like, why?
So basically, you dreamed about Silent Hill.
Essentially,
You were transported into Silent Hill.
I went to Silent Hill, and it's just like, for some reason, it's just like
You
sometimes
ever
it's
play
like, oh,
Psychonauts?
yeah, I have. It's I'm living in Psychonauts. It's just, oh hey, bop bop.
Dude, you know what? If anyone who's listening to this or watching this right now, if you've ever had like a reoccurring nightmare dream or like a reoccurring lucid
Tell us
dream
in the
like
comments, please.
message us on Instagram. Tell us in the comments below. Like, I want full detail. Like, tell us all about your weirdest, most reoccurring nightmare. Because like
And
you've heard ours. You've heard how fucked up our brains can apparently get. Ryan is afraid of Walmart. I want to know, like, if this is like just an us thing, or if anyone else is like recurring like chapter like nightmares, because
I need
that's
to
the weirdest
confirm.
thing I've ever experienced.
I had a series of nightmares for like 6 years as a kid. Where just every night it was like, alright, what setting is it going to be this time? It was always me running from someone trying to kill me. And, it was always like different places. So it would just be me by myself. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to hide under a table this time. Oh, that didn't work. Well, time to try next night. And just
You're playing a game.
over and
What the
over.
fuck? So every time you died, you'd
You
wake
just
up?
respawn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bro, you were legit just in some kind of cerebral game, like some cerebral Dead by Daylight shit.
Dude.
And every time you got knocked, you get fucking woken up, and it's like, all right, respawn.
I don't have.
Oh god, that's like, I don't know if you guys, I doubt you guys have ever read it, but there's this 2-book series which is Malice and Havoc, and
Oh.
that just screams Malice to me. And the cool thing about these books were they were half normal book, half comic book.
Okay.
So like you'd be reading the chapters, and then they'd have like a couple long comic strips for it in the
That's
middle of the
cool.
book. And the whole premise of the book was like, there's these comics that were being released called Malice, and they would depict like kids running away from these horrible nightmare beasts or whatever, and like trying to make it out of these twisted, fucked up puzzles and shit. And people were figuring out that you can summon the guy from the book to take you to this nightmare place, and it was like one of those like Bloody Mary type things where like do all this shit and oh he'll take you away kind of thing, and no one believed it. So of course the people in the book did it, and of course they ended up in Nightmare World, and it was the coolest fucking book series. Like one of the coolest ones I've ever read because the concept was exactly what Ryan was going through. Like he was pulled into a nightmare world, and every time he died, he respawned. Except these kids
I'm
would not
gonna
respawn. They would die.
find
I
that.
have them. I will give them to you.
Oh yes, please. I'll read them.
They're good. They're very good.
Nightmares.
Look, man,
and-
I just need to confirm that my fever dream is real. So please, someone tell me they've seen the animated Mighty Ducks movie.
Well-
So that I'm not crazy.
Brendan's biggest nightmare is that he created an entire Disney short.
Look, man, I'll make it. That shit was action packed.
What Brendan's gonna find out is there is an animated Mighty Ducks movie that shares the name with a hockey movie, but all the scenes he's mentioned were not actually real.
That would be like the biggest mind fuck. It's just like, yo, it exists, not at all what you thought it was. It's
Exactly
like
what
Goose
you're
Game
thinking of. It's
movie.
not that. But then the one guy who's watching this is like, I watched Mighty Ducks. I remember that.
Like
Brendan's
there's
gonna
gotta
be
be,
happy.
one. I can't be the only one. At least I really hope.
I can't be the only Mighty Duck. It's not possible. I
need my-
tried so hard.
Oh shit.
The Mighty Ducks was.
Look,
I
man,
don't remember it at all. I know
I
they
literally-
played it for us one day in school. That
which one
just
though?
is a blank.
Which one?
I
The
don't
real
know.
one or the fake one?
I just
The real one or the animated? Do you remember kids in Colorado beating up bullies on the other hockey team? Or do you remember ripped ass fucking space ducks shooting guns?
Oh my god, Brendan and his fucking space stuff.
I
No,
always
man,
used to
I'm
play
finding that
Bill
movie.
Nye in
Bill Nye.
yeah. Everyone got
Oh.
hyped as shit for that intro theme.
Bill.
Just every time. And you knew
Every
it was
time.
going to be a good class.
So science rules.
At least with Bill Nye, you didn't have the, like, teacher fucking up YouTube trying to, like...
The
Well-
autoplay on, so every time they finish the video, it would just go to like top 10 funniest cat videos.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh goodness, what's that?
oh
God.
my, what a cat.
Oh, has anyone seen Bill Nye's new Netflix specials?
They're
No,
good.
I didn't know we had
Oh
those.
my god, they're so
He's got
good.
a whole series.
Yeah, man. He lights the globe on fire and he starts cursing because it's meant for kids who like grew up on Bill Nye. That is just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bill Nye just screaming at you, and it's just like, oh, Bill. Bill, what is
You
wrong with
didn't
you?
listen.
Like, actually,
One of these days is gonna be like a Friday or not even Friday, like Nightmare on Elm Street shit, where Bill's just gonna come through the TV and like beat the shit out of you for not listening to him back in elementary school.
ugh.
That's more The Grudge now that I think about it, but whatever.
Yeah,
Bill
Close
Nye
enough.
can hold a grudge.
You guys
Bill Nye
ever
is a grudge.
have, like, games that you made up in middle school or, like, high school, whatever, that you would play with your friends?
Like just games on the playground.
Just, like, wherever type of stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember the dumbest one of them was like me and like I had like two really close friends in elementary school, and for some reason we got hooked on the word muskrat. I have no fucking idea why, but it was like instead of the three musketeers, just the three muskrat tears, and we just run around and fight invisible bad guys.
Nice.
And everyone thought we were like insane because like people are jump roping, people are playing basketball, and we're over there like throwing kung fu kicks at no one.
That's the most fun, though.
It was fun. It was really fun.
We played Infection on the play.
That's the best. Always the best.
It was weird. You had the one kid that would get on top of the, like, monkey bars, and you were like, dude, come on. I can't get up
I can't
there.
climb that.
That's too high.
Johnny, get
I'm
down.
gonna
I
die.
cannot climb that. Johnny, please. I can't climb, dude. I don't have upper body strength.
I'm like 6.
Johnny, I can't even tell what my toes are. Get down from the jungle gym.
Oh. I didn't really have those or games really. I mean, like we played tag at recess. Like that was my school's thing. But then like people found like I don't know, through gym class, I remember in like 6th through like 8th grade, people found out that I was like really accurate with like hitting a ball. So people would just like try and like run past me or run around me and see like, oh yeah, can you hit me with a fucking dodgeball in the face? And I would do it.
Oh yeah, your accuracy. I remember back in high school we had dodgeball games, and I would just hide behind you because you were this 6'2" wall of meat that would just lob balls like the Terminator. And I remember we had this system where it was like the Master Blaster system, where I would just collect balls for you to throw, and you would just like annihilate everyone
Yeah,
else.
people would just like try to dodge. I'm just like, nope.
All the fucking all the jocks are getting knocked out by these two fucking
You had
overweight dweebs.
Gigantamax Blastoise.
Yeah, man,
Just
I'm a goddamn
lobbing
howitzer with a
hits.
goddamn dodgeball.
Right, when I tell you, like we had like captain of the football team, leader of the basketball team, dude who works out just to work out because he's cool and stuff. On the other team, they're all like grouped up, and like the artist chick gets knocked out, the music geek gets knocked out. Timmy, who's never been outside the bubble, gets knocked out, and then I'm behind Brendan using him as a shield, feeding him balls as he just knocking these kids out.
Dude,
Oh.
it was always fun watching that stuff. Just like, I will say the best thing was it was separating the children from the men in Foursquare.
Foursquare, getting them out the.
Just lobbing it, just
Bro,
the
you set
fuck
up,
you
you
say
set
to
up
me.
your,
It just
you set up
li-
your court, and you set up your court, and you're like, all right, we gotta get Johnny to king, Jimmy to queen, and I'll be the jack, and you serve it to me, and we bump this kid and Joker all the way out.
Dude, I remember in Foursquare, I would just be like sitting on the side, reading my book, watch over occasionally. People got into fist fights over Foursquare, and I'm
Foursquare
just
got
like,
heated, bro.
Yo, I fought someone on the playground over a match.
We had these giant ass
Man.
dodgeballs, like I'm talking like dodgeballs the size of like
my torso.
huge ass ones, and like kids would like full on like punch them with all their might to send it flying. And I remember just like kids would set up cliques for Foursquare, and if you could demonstrate you had the most power with your punch, they'd put you in the jacks. Like King would serve it immediately, and you just punch the poor Joker out every time. Like it was vicious. That was not a game for like children.
The
That was
leveled up
murder.
version, I think, was when we got to play in Knockout in high school and stuff. You got a game of Knockout going, like, everyone was just getting ready.
Time to separate the boys from the men.
Like that was our dodgeball games. I remember just the war.
I remember we got picked very frequently in the beginning for those dodgeball games.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
after like the first couple of games, they're like, "Oh, that's not gonna happen again. Consistently happen." Oh fuck!
Yeah. I just remember it was the first time it happened. They're like, you got lucky.
Second time it happened.
Second time it happened, okay, maybe not so. Third time, please stop.
Join us, please.
We offer you tribute, please.
It was glorious.
And I think while we're reliving our glory of our dodgeball days, I think it's time to wrap up this episode of the Madhouse podcast. So thank you, everybody, so much. We tried to go for a more personal approach for this episode. So if you guys liked it or you didn't, let us know. If you want us to go back to just spewing out topics and giving our thoughts on it, just let us know. If you guys like this more personal thing, maybe a mix of both, whatever, give us some commentary. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what you want, what you don't like. Should I kiss Brendan on the lips because he's a cutie? Like, just let me know. Just let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Madhouse Podcast. I'll see you guys next week.